Look at the stones of Ankara and the tears in my eyes. Wake up, Mustafa Kemal. See what fate has done to us. General Mustafa Kemal started the War of Independence in Samsun on May 19, 1919, and arrived in Ankara on December 27th as the president of the Representative Committee, which was established through the achievements of the Amasya Circular, the Congress of Erzurum, and the Congress of Sivas in order to actualize the demands for independence of the Anatolian people. The residents of Ankara, accompanied with the Seymens, a Turkish tribe militia who also fought against invading forces, embraced Mustafa Kemal with enthusiasm. He conducted the National Independence War from this modest and proud city. The whole country was awaiting news from Ankara during the wartime. General Mustafa Kemal knew that the Turkish Grand National Assembly, which was given a benediction and opened in Ankara on April 23, 1920, was very important and was going to achieve very substantial goals. He, after being elected as the president of the assembly, gave his speeches which enlightened his nation and its representatives under the roof of the sacred assembly. Integrated within the public, he told his nation about the importance of the independence war in mosques, schools, village squares, or on the roads. Ankara, along with its historical castle, was the most important witness of the independence war and the consequent rebirth of the nation. Ankara, the site of creative thought between the dynamic forces of the state, the merging point of Anatolia, the symbol of the future, and the capital city of a new Turkey, as decided on October 13, 1923. Mustafa Kemal, when he announced the Republic on October 29, 1923, was just 42 years old. He had achieved a lot of success despite his young age. The announcement of the Republic was celebrated in the whole country, Ankara being the first city to commemorate the occasion by firing 101 gun salutes. Mustafa Kemal was also the first president to be elected under the roof of the Turkish Grand National Assembly. Establishing the Republic of Turkey was his biggest achievement. A ruined country on the verge of a cliff, a war which lasted for years, the new homeland, new society, and new state, which are respectfully acknowledged inside the country and abroad, went through continuous revolutions to attain these reforms. And Ankara, witnessing all these revolutions with pride. That is not all. The city was vibrant with cultural movements, a changing social life, and a transition into a contemporary lifestyle enriched by theaters, operas, ballets, concerts, exhibitions, and balls held at the Ankara Palace. It was Mustafa Kemal's dream to create a modern capital city and a green oasis out of this barren and depleted Anatolian city. He would dote on Ankara, as if he was raising a child to realize this dream. Under his leadership, modern buildings, new schools, hospitals, roads, new factories, and houses were constructed. Ataturk Forest Farm was one of his most important and symbolic achievements. Under difficult conditions and with lots of hard work, Mustafa Kemal created a modern farm on a land not so suitable for farming to prove his people what could be achieved when there is will. That is why the Ataturk Forest Farm became one of the most important symbols of the development process of the new Turkey as well as of Ankara. He led his people and the country towards a promising economic development. Ataturk's body was weary after the struggle to make Turkey a modern country. In Istanbul, during the last days of his life, he had mentioned his longing for Ankara, saying, "Let's go to Ankara. Let me face my fate in Ankara." Today, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk is proudly watching Ankara and his whole nation from the mausoleum where his body was put to rest.